Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 99. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside my Spanish meatball, Joseph. How are you, sir?
People's champ. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's been a crazy old week.
Just hit me. Episode 99.
We're very close. We're very close to 100, man. And something big happens at 100. So I hope you're all ready. I guess we should say, Joe, that I suppose we should put a time and date on 100 now, and sort of talk it out between us. We're going to do it on Tuesday still, because it'll be a week from today. Now, we are recording today. I'm actually going to start adding dates in when we record. So it is the 26th of the 9th, 2017, as of the day of us recording. I say we record next Tuesday at, can you do like 8 o'clock my time?
Like at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
8, maybe 9. We'll decide. I'll put out a post on Facebook and I'll check the Twitter.
Let me tell you, if it is as big as what you say it is,
don't hype it up. Please don't hype it up.
I'm just saying, I might be willing to say, you know what, maybe I'll be late for class. You know?
Don't hype it up. Anyway, it is episode 99. Definitely don't listen to what Joe said. He's talking rubbish. If something big happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay.
But
it's going to be the biggest and best episode you'll ever goddamn see.
No matter what. No matter what. Literally, it's EGX week, or it was EGX week. So it's been it's been a full week of games, and more games, and talking games, and being around games, and seeing games, and even more games. So where do we start? Let's start with saying this episode of My Xbox and Me is brought to you by Mike Lynch, as always. Thank you, Mike, for your continuous support and keeping the lights on and keeping the internet on for this show. Let's jump into what's in your box. So this is the way I want to do this, Joe. Is we're gonna do normal segments, and what's in your box is a normal segment. And from what's in my box, I'll talk about what I played at EGX, and then you can ask any questions you have about the games that I've played. But obviously, let's start off with you because you've been at home playing games. So what has been in your box this week?
Most importantly, I have a Porg mug.
Yes,
and
of course.
Porgs are going to be the Jar Jar Binks of Star Wars. That's a reference only Corey will understand because he'll get excited for.
I'm gonna love them.
Exactly, you're gonna love them. What's been in my box? Destiny. So I went live yesterday, played a little bit of PUBG on PC, and Foxes jumped in, and Foxes was like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing Destiny. I'm now on light level 290," and I'm like, "Fuck." What a scrub.
I literally took 5 days away, obviously being at EGX and that, and I had fallen behind. I'm 280 on 2 characters, and now that's probably nothing now, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
What are you?
I am 292.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I gotta hop on my other warlock because I think it's about time we do a My Xbox and Me raid.
We have to. I've done the beginning part and failed. I think everyone should be ready now because I'll be the lowest level and I could do it fine at 280. So
yeah, I can grind. And dude, I got my my what is it? My multimedia tool. I got it to 292 or 298 damage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh, I got it so close to 300. I was so pissed I couldn't get it over 300. But yeah, no, it's easy. It's easy. Once you get like an alt character, it's easy to boost their rating for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I actually think I might do that on Xbox, make another warlock and kind of cheat.
Cool. What have I done? I have been playing a ton of games. Obviously, EGX was this week. I was there. I met with some amazing people. I got to see a ton of friends and people, meet a ton of new people. Maybe we got some new listeners in from obviously people I've been promoting to while away, because of course I was promoting, because that's the whole reason I go, is network. But let's start off with the first game that I played, and it was the first game. So I want to give a shout out to somebody who I hope they know who they are, but I don't want to say their name in case they get in trouble. So shout out to that person.
Phil Spencer himself.
It was not Phil Spencer himself. But so I didn't have to queue for any of the games that were in the Xbox booth.
Because they know who you are. Because they know who you are. Yeah.
Because I have an in with one of the Xbox guys, and he was literally just sneaking me in the back everywhere.
Is his first name Phil, last name Spencer?
No. So shout out to that person. And the first game we played, and it was Assassin's Creed Origins. An interesting game. So I've not played Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed. Like, I've not played through start to finish an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 2. I tried Black Flag, and I don't think Black Flag was necessarily a bad game. I just couldn't be bothered with it. Same thing with Unity. Unity, me and Haley played co-op and didn't like. So this Assassin's Creed was the one to win me back. And from a visual standpoint, I was playing on the Xbox One X, which looked amazing. One thing I will say is we plan on 4K Samsung TVs, probably the top of the range.
Yes.
And I was sat literally a foot away from them. Like, literally, I'm on top of these TVs.
Okay. Well, first, before we even talk about Assassin's Creed, because you just said Xbox One X.
Oh, okay.
Could you see the visual difference?
Yes.
Did it make a remarkable difference?
Yes.
Okay. Did it feel like maybe you were even playing a new gen console type of difference, or like a half step?
That's a good question. I've already seen games in 4K before, so I know what they look like. I know what I was getting into. So that wasn't like a wow factor, but this was definitely, it looked phenomenal. There's no two ways about that. It looked phenomenal. The one thing I will say is, especially on the Assassin's Creed game that I played, the NPCs didn't look amazing, but this is the E3 build, which would have been finalized 2 months beforehand. So
they don't look like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite characters, I hope.
Obviously not as bad as that, but I don't even think they look that bad. If I'm honest with you, I don't think they look that bad. But the gameplay itself it felt refreshing for me. It felt different enough. It was still Assassin's Creed, don't get me wrong. It has the towers. So they literally dropped me in. I'm level 20. There's a huge skill tree that looks like you're going to be able to spend tons of time, like, literally grinding that out. Literally, my mission was to go down to the harbor. I stopped this little boy from getting hit by another person. The man was claiming this little boy stole his gold. He hadn't. The little boy said he hadn't. I chose a little dialogue option. Boom. Did I? That might be something else I get confused with. Don't quote me on that. I played. So I go down to the harbor. I go under the water and start swimming. And that's where I want to start. Because wow, the water and sea under this game, like the world underneath the water was goddamn impressive, let me tell you. It looked remarkable, and it felt really, really, really good. Like, the swimming felt nice. So there's a ship that's crashed, and there's treasure all underneath it. So you're down there, so you're looting, and as you're looting, you're actually getting new weapons. So it's not just your normal, you've got your weapons that you buy, or you were getting weapons. I think I got a shield as well, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously I still got my gold or whatever the currency is in this game, but I found one of the pots that I was trying to get. Then I had to swim around a little bit more to find the second one, which it didn't show me exactly where that one was, so I had to actually go and have a look for it. And there was a world under there, Joe. It felt really, 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 really good. I also used the Eagle, which is pretty much just a drone from Ghost Recon, don't get me wrong. But I used the Eagle to scout out the area when I jumped on this ship. So the one thing...
My question right here about the Eagle, probably the most important question about the Eagle itself. Does it have a name? Can you name the Eagle?
I'm not 100% sure if it has a name. I don't think you can name it. Like I say, I'm already level 20, so they've already progressed past that.
We'll call the Eagle from now on Larry David.
You can call it what you want. But so I jumped on the ship, and this is where the first problem started. So I don't know whether it was the controller settings of the game fell off, but every single person I spoke to, apart from Haley, but again, wouldn't take Haley's opinion too much on critiquing things. It didn't feel right. The controls felt a little bit clunky. Everything didn't feel smooth at that point of combat. So you now attack with the RB and L. Sorry, RB RT. The triggers to attack now, and that felt better than the usual spamming of the A button or the X button. But it's still something wasn't right from what I played. And again, like I want to say very clearly, this was an early build, but this is what they were showing me. So visually, looked amazing. The world itself felt like a real world. It felt phenomenal. Egypt looked amazing in it. Don't get me wrong, but the combat itself, something wasn't right. And maybe that had been the fact that I've been out of Assassin's Creed since, like I say, 2. So I don't know what I'm expecting. But the whole point of this game was that they have overhauled the combat system.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It still didn't feel perfect, in my opinion. And it felt quite clunky. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, like, when we saw it at E3, and like, this is a word we all throw around really liberally, but it looked kind of like a Dark Souls light type of experience where it's all about you dodging, parrying, blocking.
That's very much what it is.
Yeah, and learning your opponent's patterns and kind of learning them, overcoming them, and defeating them that way. Mm-hmm. So it looked a little bit like that. But the thing about Dark Souls-esque combat is that works when there's a lot at stake. I don't know how much is at stake in combat. Like, if you mess up, are you losing a ton of health? Or is there a way to gain it back by playing rather conservatively?
Not questions I can answer. Okay. I don't actually remember getting hit at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that. There was water combat. I got chased by a killer hippo. So a killer hippo come chasing me as I got the treasure, and I destroyed that. So F you, hippo.
Did the hippo have a name?
Again, Joe, no. The hippo didn't have a name. It was just a hippo.
We're gonna call him Gary.
Okay. You do that. So Gary overall, the way I want to look at this is overall, from seeing Assassin's Creed Origins, would I buy it day one? Remember, I'm playing on a base Xbox. I don't have a 4K TV. All of this. Yes, I still want to play the new Assassin's Creed Origins. There's enough there that I think still going to be amazing. I still think it's going to tell quite an interesting story. And even if it doesn't tell an interesting story, it's still a world that I want to explore. I did my 20-minute demo and I didn't want to come off, which is a good feeling. That's something that you want to feel.
So what lacked in the combat, I'm guessing you liked in the environment.
Yes, and again, I don't know if the Egyptian times have never really appealed to me, but it just seemed kind of like a cool world to be in, and I wanted to experience more. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, no, that actually sounds super cool, because I like as a history buff, my favorite empires are the British Empire, the Roman Empire, Egyptians, and yeah, that's about it. Like the Egyptian, I like their architecture a lot. There's something about that history that I dig, and so I'm rather interested. I'm still torn because there's three. What it's coming out the 26th or 27th, right? One of the two.
27th.
Yeah,
that's right. Let me check.
That's the same day, I believe, as Wolfenstein and Mario Odyssey. And though those games are completely different, they're two games that I'm really looking forward to. Hashtag bring Mario to the Xbox.
I actually played Mario, but not time to talk about it. Yeah, 27th.
Who wants to talk about that?
Yeah, that rubbish
garbage.
Next game that I got to play was a game that I don't stop talking about, and a game I was super excited for, which was PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I actually got there and found out it was actually running on a PC. So it was a PC build. It was the Xbox build on a PC with a controller playing against PC players.
That's weird.
So the way I want to start this off by saying is, if you don't know and you've just come in because you've seen the title or something like that, I love PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. It's a game I put over 300 hours in now. I am not amazing at the game, but I'm not bad at the game.
No, you hold your own. Listen, you could toot your own horn here. You're good.
I'm okay. I'm okay. What I want to say is I am still picking this up day one, but not for the right reasons. This does not feel right on a controller at all. No. And I don't know whether that's because I was playing against people with a keyboard and mouse, or whether that was just because it just doesn't translate over. Navigating the menus were horrible. Putting attachments on guns were horrible. Yeah. Everything felt horrible. I really don't want to shit on this, and maybe that's because I'm coming from keyboard and mouse, and I don't want to sound like that elitist because that's not who I am. I'm a controller guy, but they haven't done a good job of transferring this over. Maybe for somebody who has never played on a keyboard and mouse will be like, oh, this feels natural, this feels cool. And it was like certain aspects of the games were like attach something to, like attach a mag to your gun, press X, and then take off was like hold X, and that doesn't work well because you have to do it so much. You're attaching and deattaching and equipping and de-equipping, and you're holding Y and pressing Y, and all of that in a matter of 15 minutes of what I got to play was too much. It wasn't easy to pick up and play.
Okay, yeah, no, and that could be because I hear actually like the opposite from what I've heard from some people. So maybe it is the build you got to play, and maybe it is like you come off of 300 hours of, let's be honest with each other, the better way to play, which is the keyboard and mouse. As much as we are both people of the mindset of, controllers number one. Yeah. Maybe coming off of something so well, it's different and weird to you.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to take from it. Yeah. Again, I want to buy this day one because I want to play with the community. I want to buy this day one because I want to support the game again, honestly. And I want to buy this day one because it's an amazing game. It's almost my game of the year, not quite. Maybe it will be soon.
I think that's a topic for another episode.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know if it was my own experience with it was bad, and the fact that I had to play it with a keyboard and mouse. I didn't know how to deattach. There was no control scheme in front of me. It was what I had to learn from the menu in front of me. So when I brought things up, I'm learning. I'm trying to put the gun on automatic, which is up on the D-pad, but I didn't know that. So I'm running around single shot. And obviously, as you know, you can't play that game single shot so I pick up a shotgun instead. I'm not very good with shotguns. So do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't the greatest, but it's still Battlegrounds, and it felt nice. It looked fine. It didn't look amazing, but I don't think it's not a necessarily pretty game anyway. So
yeah, I was about to say it's not you're
not playing that game for graphics. I don't care who you are. You're not playing that game for graphics. Again, let's get through to the next one. So I actually got to play on my last day, just as I was about to leave. Someone said, "Have you played Super Lucky Tale yet?"
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, no, I'm not playing that. And there's like, oh, the queue's really short. Just go try it. I'm like, you know what? I'm the Xbox guy. I've got. Thank God that I tried Super Lucky Tale.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this game is adorable. It's charming. It feels perfect. It feels how I wanted Yooka-Laylee to feel.
Nice.
Literally, that's how it feels. It feels the way a platformer, a mascot platformer should feel in 2017. Don't want to take anything away from the team that worked on Yooka-Laylee, of course, but that didn't feel right, and this feels right in every way and shape. It is literally an adorable, cute, fun take on a mascot platformer, and it's great for kids, and I really can't wait to play it, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, solid platform. So if you had to pick a platformer, let's not talk about Yooka-Laylee. If we had to talk about like a platformer, it felt like, are we talking, did it give you the feels of like a Mario platformer?
Not as good as that.
Of course, this is Mario's the epitome of a platformer. Yeah,
I think that's kind of hard to put it up against that.
But in terms of like level design, like is it like a straight path you're following?
No. So if we're talking about actually the level I played was literally it was a tutorial level. I'm guessing it was the beginning of the game. So it just teaches you the mechanics of obviously run, jump, swipe. So that's what you do in the game. You swipe at things with your towel. Obviously, you do a spin and swipe. You can jump and swipe, which then led to me getting over something. You're smashing boxes. You can go underground and you get coins that way as well. You go up and so I had to collect these 3 little heads, which actually turn into a big rock man in the end. It felt interesting. It felt cool, and it didn't feel cheesy and rough. And load time seemed fine from what I've played. I'm playing a vertical slice though. So yeah, it seemed cool. It seemed real cool. It felt adorable.
I'm so happy about that you liked it, because that's a game I'm looking forward to. That's a game that I said on this podcast I'd buy day one, because you need a break from killing people, stabbing people, burning people, whatever type of you're killing people nonstop. Like I know days before this I'll be playing Wolfenstein for Christ's sake.
You're killing
like I need to I need to cleanse the palate of Nazis I'm killing to be a little fox with a little cape. Oh, he's so cute.
He is.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Lucky?
I don't know. I skip when I go to these things, I literally skip all the story stuff because I don't see the point. I don't want it spoiled for me.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you any of that information. I just go for gameplay.
I think his name, it has to be Lucky.
I would assume so.
His tail. Lucky.
Next game, because this is going to be a real long episode, so I hope you guys are ready for it. I play FIFA 18. Again, more FIFA. You know what this game is. It's football. Done. There's no more need said about that. I played Far Cry 5. Ubisoft's new game. The frame rate on this game was terrible.
I heard really bad things about this game.
The frame rate was not good. When I played, it was dropping like crazy. Again, this was actually showed on the PS4, not the Xbox. But PS4 Pro, I should say. Don't get me wrong, the game looked amazing when it wasn't dropping frames, and the whole you come at events however you want is still there. I played with D-Dog as my companion partner. So D-Dog was just out there chomping people up.
He's your little pup.
Yeah, he's your companion.
Could you okay, here's a question for you. Again, very, very important when we're talking about animals.
I don't know what his name was, Joe, and I don't know.
But you said D-Dog.
I'm assuming his name's D-Dog.
Okay, he's not a rapping dog, because that's a rapping dog name if I've heard.
No, whatever.
Do hip hop.
The one thing I will notice about this is the problem with this game was they didn't have headphones, so you couldn't hear anything properly. Yeah, there was no headphones, so you would literally hear it from your TV, so you could hear everybody else's gameplay all around you. But the one thing I did notice was I did a story mission, and I went off to do my story mission, and they're like, "Oh, come over here." So the guy's talking to me, whoever it is, the gentleman, telling me what I'm about to do next. And instead, I'm like, Joe, I'm going to walk off and go loot a body. So he literally goes, "Okay, cool. I'll talk to you in a second then." Stops the dialogue as I walk off. So I'm go loot the body. I come back and he goes, "Oh, ready to listen now?" And that was really cool. In my opinion, I felt that really cool because that is something. Usually, I just want to hear the NPC as I walk off. Like, yeah, mate, whatever you're saying, I don't really care. But this was kind of like, no, you're going to listen to what I have to say. I'm a human being.
Right.
And you're disrespecting me by walking off. And then I walk back and he's like, "Oh, so you ready to listen now? Like, you fucking rude person." And I thought that was quite cool.
All right. Okay.
More Far Cry. It actually feels fine being in America. It feels fine. I thought it was going to feel weird being not set in like a island somewhere. But it doesn't. It feels fine. It seems interesting. It has characters that I've seen. I want to get to know and like. So,
all right. Yeah. I heard a lot of things about that frame rate over there. And,
frame rate was bad.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. And just for the audience, because I think me and the audience cares, we're gonna call the dog Jerry.
His name's D-Dog. Sharp. Next piece of gaming I played, which was Shadow of War. I know a game everyone's interested in. Honestly, all I can say about Shadow of War is
it was more Shadow of War. I will say that the demo I played actually broke on me. The Xbox froze up, and they had to relaunch it for me. Again, remember these are early builds, but I do feel that I'm in a position that I have to tell people that. That is my job. I have to tell people that stuff. So
yeah, you're not the only one, because Andrea Renee from What's Good Games, when she was talking about her experience, it crashed multiple times on her.
No, yeah, only crashed once on me. But again, the game felt amazing because I forgot how much I missed that battle system, the whole Batman battle system. It felt good. I played the first game, enjoyed it enough. The end boss battle was horrendous. This felt good. It seemed like it had I did this little challenge mode thing. I wasn't sure what exactly it was, but I was flying around on a dragon of some sort.
A drake. And continue.
Yeah, whatever it was. And so I had little challenges like set 5 people on fire, do a stomp on this person. And that was kind of a cool, I thought that's going to be a cool way to break up story parts of the gameplay, that you can just go off and do that. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to.
That's cool. I just pictured Game of Thrones season 7 when you're talking about on a dragon burning people. So that's cool. We're gonna call the Dragon Drogon, audience.
I'm done with
done
with names.
How did you like riding Drogon? Did you get to ride the dragon?
I jumped straight off him.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
I jumped straight off. I just I want to carry on fighting people the way I like it. So
okay, but that's cool. So it's not like it's flying on a set path.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. No.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, that excites me.
Cool.
That's good.
And the last game, and I would be very upset with myself if I didn't mention it, was I sat down and played Rage Injustice again. I'm sure people that have listened to this know about Rage Injustice, but it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Takes inspiration from games like Streets of Rage and stuff like that. My name is in the game, so full. I am friends with the maker of this game, Nick Makin from Makin Studios. Him and his wife are lovely. And every time I play this game, I love it even more.
You know, it'd be really great.
What?
Fix? If there was a secret character in this game, maybe you get to unlock or something. And I'm not telling him he needs to do this.
That's not going to happen.
He should do this.
It's not going to happen.
But if you put just the people's champ,
it's not going to happen
in the game.
Not going to happen.
Oh, that would be great.
But MC Fix is in the game, so that's all that matters. And the game's coming. That's all I want to say on the matter. I spoke to Nick. The game is coming. So look for that. When it comes out, I'm going to be talking about it non-stop. And I want everyone who wants to and enjoys those type of side-scrolling beat-em-up games to enjoy it and play it. So please support this one when it comes. Joe.
All right.
Topic of the show this week. Half an hour into the show. Topic of the show. We might have to skip some news, I'll be honest with you.
Yes.
I told everyone on last week's episode that I went on a special little adventure to EGX. What I didn't tell people was where I was going. And I'm allowed to say, I'm allowed to talk about certain aspects. I'm not allowed to talk about some because I signed an NDA. But I am allowed to say that I went to everybody's favorite studio, Rare. So I got to visit Rare Studio. There was about 35 of us. They drove us from the EGX Convention Center to Rare Studio on a coach. They then gave us catering, fed us, gave us drink, beer, and stuff like that. And we got to do a studio tour of Rare. We did a Q&A that I'm not allowed to talk about. And we got to play Sea of Thieves. I also played Sea of Thieves at EGX. So I'll be talking about my experience of when I played the game at EGX, not at Rare. Okay? Let's make that very clear. But, so, Joe, this was amazing. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me. I've got tons of photos. I've got a video that I'm going to be putting up in a week or so, somewhere that you guys will want to check out. It was so surreal, dude, to walk into one of Microsoft's first-party studios and see what a game studio looks like. It was just mind-blowing. It really, 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 really was. I was so excited when I got there. I didn't know what to expect. You know, when you go to something, you're like, oh, I'm going to get to do this, and that's it. No, this was like the total opposite. Like everyone there was lovely. You walked in and shook people's hands. They introduced themselves. You got to walk around and see everything and just see like plaques of awards from Rare, plaques of video games they've made, like special pieces of art that fans have sent in, pieces of art that like they had a Japanese box of GoldenEye. Like,
oh shit, that's awesome.
There was some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. It's seriously, like, I was just like, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So they've got like I played the game and I can't talk about that, but they've got these little booths, like recording studio booths where they'd shot the whole Rare. You know, the CFE's demo that we saw.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of fans in, and that was a bunch of fans playing the game. So I know how we all groaned and was like, this is terrible. We didn't like how that was presented. That was fans' real thoughts on the game and their reactions to the game. They didn't get told anything. They didn't get told it was called CFEs. They got told they were playing a game from Rare, and there they go. So that was cool. And then they've got this whole capture studio of like different booths where people are playing the games. And that was like mind-blowing. They've got like screens of every single person, so we're all sitting in the booth playing and they're all just watching us and watching our reactions and watching. It was crazy, dude. Like, imagine like a recording booth, for like, instead of that, it's a little bit bigger with aircon and TV and a controller, and you're sitting in there playing a game while people are watching you play. It was just, it was so cool. So cool.
It makes you kind of feel or sound like a lab rat, because they're like taking notes. They're like, let's see if patient one is liking about Sea of Thieves.
Of course.
Cool, but that's rad, because like, you know, like as a developer, you're sitting there thinking like, oh God, I hope they like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like,
I can imagine.
Boy.
I got to see boardrooms, and I got to see just so much stuff. Is unbelievable. They've got like their own recording studio, so where they do all the VO, where they record a music studio where they record all their instruments. They said they bought a swimming pool so they could do sea noises. Like, they just like
super rad.
They had a golf course outside where they play, I think it was kick golf or something. So it wasn't for golfing, like golf. It was like kick the ball in the holes. It was just crazy, dude. Like, seriously, it was just like, what the hell? Where the hell am I? What is this place? It looks like such an amazing place to work, which I'm sure they did. There was closed doors, of course, and locked doors, so we couldn't sneak around, of course. But from what I saw, that it was amazing. Like, have you ever watched the Sea of Thieves YouTube channel where they do the Sea of Thieves like Q&As and they do the podcasts and stuff like that?
Some very little.
So you've seen the set.
Yes.
That set is absolutely tiny, and they do magical things with a camera to make that place look humongous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, like, that place would fit barely me and you in it. And they fit like 5 people around the table. And it's all handcrafted. There's the weapons there that you can touch. And, it was just so good. So amazing. Such an amazing trip.
Yeah. I'm glad you liked it, man. I'm very well. When I was told, I got very like that weird feeling, like, oh man, like it's happening, you know, like this is step 1 into the journey of MC Fixer that we're going to see more of. Hopefully.
I hope so. My whole thing was, I was just very thankful, obviously, that I was able to go there.
Yeah.
Very thankful that I've seen a game studio. Very thankful to have that personal interaction with game developers. Like, you see indie devs, and you sort of feel like AAA people are untouchable, and you kind of forget that they are hardworking, passionate, extremely excitable people, and that's all that I got was bubbly personalities, people that were just so happy that we were there, which you could think some people are like, oh, I've got to do this stupid tour with people. That didn't come across at all. It was they were happy we were there, they were happy we got to see the game, which let's talk about the game for a little bit now, which is what I played actually at EGX. It's more, the Sea of Thieves game is you and a crew of pirates go off and find loot and may bump into some ships, may not. This is such a experience which is all about you and your crew, and the story is you and your crew. And so we played and I fell off the ship and had to try and swim for it. The ship left me and I died, and a cannonball come out of nowhere that a skeleton shot at us, and you're getting water off the boat as quick as you can, and it's not as confusing as I thought it was. But like the way I always experience it was, oh, this is going to be really hard to get 4 people together and move the sail right, move the sail left, put this up, put that down. It's nowhere near as hard as I thought it was. It is that, and you can sacrifice that, and you can have someone in the crow's nest viewing everything, telling us where to go, or you can sacrifice having the sail down and you'll lose speed. It just does everything so it's adorable. The game's beautiful. It seems really cool, and I cannot wait for it to come out now. And as most of you know, I was skeptical about the game. I wasn't sold on the game. I am now.
Okay, yeah, that's wow. That's awesome to hear. Because you know, I'm sold on it. I was converted just by the things I was hearing from the developers themselves. Seeing you actually get to play it, that's something else, man. That's something else. I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah,
I really think that this is something I think Microsoft could take real great pride in. I really do think.
My only worry is and will be how well this game sells. They've been working on this game for a long time. And we all know, unfortunately, Microsoft exclusive games don't sell well. And this game is going to be super shareable, super likable, super streamable, super YouTubeable, super get people together, a crew of 1 and 2 for the smaller ships or whatever's going on. It's just going to be enjoyable. But does that translate over to a casual audience? I don't know.
I think for Microsoft, when they talk about this game, it's not about how many units are shipped day one. Because I think when they talk about this, and we were talking a little bit about it before the podcast, it's this game's going to have a life to it. This game's going to have a long life to it. So I think as the game evolves, you're going to see just more people literally, pun intended, hop on board.
Yay!
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope that this isn't this is a dud. Get rid of it. This game needs.
I don't think so.
This game needs some TLC. It's going to need love. It's going to need updates. It's going to need. That's from my experience and what I'm hearing. It's going to need special events for people. There's a hidden chest in 5 regions, and we want you to go find them. The first 5 people that do gets a special. I don't know what it is. A trophy. And what I mean trophies, I mean actual trophy, not trophies and achievements. Special thing about that garbage, customizable character, stuff like that. Like, it's just, I'm gonna be super interested. Super interested.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Now you're getting me excited. I can't even play this game. I can't even go to Rare. They won't allow me there.
They won't allow you.
No.
Joe.
I tried. They tasered me many times. Security. They're like, how many? This is the 14th time this week. Come on, man.
Joe, let's just say this episode of My Xbox and Me is brought to you by Mike Lynch. And Mike Lynch says, hey everyone, Mike Lynch here. And I'd like to tell you about my YouTube channel. I play games, review movies, and go over life experiences. Basically, the whole shebang. I'm no longer on hiatus, so check out my archive of cool videos. Have fun with my channel, which is www.youtube.com/Mike Lynch.
You know, I don't believe he's not on hiatus. So that means you guys got to prove it to me. You got to go over there, check out his channel, and go, nope. Mike's right. He's not on hiatus. He's making some good quality videos.
We got there in the end, Joe. You got there in the end. Also, I didn't show off my Sea of Thieves t-shirt, so this is it. This is my Sea of Thieves t-shirt. I forgot. It's a nice gold one. So yeah. Let's get into the news, Joe. 40 minutes into the episode. We'll skip some of it and keep the important ones. Number one piece of news. abandoned Xbox smartwatch allegedly revealed. Images to surface that seem to reveal a never-produced Xbox-branded smartwatch from Microsoft. How do I say this? Sumo Mobile reports via NeoWin. Yep. These images may depict the never-released Xbox wearable that Microsoft was rumored to be developing back in 2013. The potential device was rumored to be slated to release in 2015, but instead we saw a different-looking Microsoft brand hit the shelves in 2014. Joe.
Yes.
What do you make of this? An Xbox wearable?
Thank God they did not do it.
Do you think so? Is that where you go with it?
Yeah, because these watch technologies, like I have an Apple Watch. Do you see me ever wear it? No. It's because it's fun for the first couple of months, and then you realize there's really no point to them. There's really, like, as a user, it's just like, oh, you don't have to look at your phone, but I'm always looking at my phone. Like that's just my thing. I'm always carrying around my phone. I'm always looking at it. If I have like a Twitter alert, the text is too small, so I just bring out my phone anyway. You know? So to me, I don't know. It would have had to do something completely unique. But the one thing I do like from Xbox is that they've stuck to, for the most part, just being about games. Yeah. Like we see the PlayStation brand every once in a while, once in a blue moon, come out and go, look at, we're PlayStation tablet. This is the PlayStation phone. This is the PlayStation whatever. And they all fail, you know? So I like where, you know, Xbox kind of knows where it is.
At the moment. Because Xbox have had those things as well.
Well, but they're not like making an Xbox phone. They're like, here's my Xbox phone.
It's a Microsoft phone.
Yeah. And so I think that watch kind of came out and was a dud. Because they had problems with the Nokia brand. So I'm thinking they were trying to venture off into watches if the phone OS was a success. And because it wasn't, I think that they went, all right, let's move away from the watch. Let's do something different. So
fair enough. Next piece of news. Official Resident Evil 2 board game is being made. The team behind this is Steam Forge Games, is working on a new board game based on the popular video game Resident Evil 2. The makers of the Dark Souls board game, which was funded in 3 minutes, has launched a new Kickstarter campaign for a cooperative survival horror board game set in the Resident Evil universe. This new game is looking to see similar success, as it was fully funded within an hour of the campaign launch and has already breached 4 of its stretch goals. Resident Evil 2, the board game, allows a 1 to 4 player control familiar Resident Evil characters in an attempt to escape Raccoon City and the zombie horde. Players will have to conserve their limited ammunition as they seek to reach the end goal while surviving random and zombie attacks. At this time of writing, IGN writes, the Resident Evil 2 board game is at $290,000 with 3,063 backers. The Kickstarter campaign has 27 days to go, so we'll have to wait to see if Steam Forge Games can top its 5 million it received for the Dark Souls board game.
You know, this proves
that people like board games.
That Dark Souls is better than Resident Evil.
Of course, if that's what you want to say. But I'm just super excited they picked Resident Evil 2. Like, they could have quite easily just went with a Resident Evil board game. They haven't. They've gone with the greatest Resident Evil game of all time.
Right.
Which is awesome. My favorite game of all time. And I was talking to Haley about it. Haley was like, are you going to buy it? I'm like, right now I'm super broke. I've literally just coming back from EGX. I literally run out of money at EGX, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy it right now. But I'm happy this has been funded, so I've got 27 days to scoop together £75 and put my money down and get this because I have to own this. I have to.
Yeah. No, are
you into board games? We don't talk about board games on the Xbox podcast usually, but it's Resident Evil 2, so I had to.
Here and there. I like the card games more. Like, I like a good Jackbox game.
Got you. That's not a card game, but sure.
No, I love Murder House. That one on Jackbox is pretty great. Yeah, I'm into those type of things. I like Cards Against Humanity and all that jazz. This game just sounds like it's going to be super complicated. You know what
super
I mean?
nerdy, and I'm totally, and me, my Uncle Fishy, Haley, and Erin, we will play the shit out of this and shoot a Let's Play. I have to get it. It's a work thing now. Yes. Yes.
Oh, God.
Next piece of news. Video game voice actor strike set to end. The Screen Actors Guild, American Foundation of Television and Radio Against Artists, Sega for short, has announced the video game voice actor strike will come to an end. After running for nearly a year, the strike against 11 video game companies has reached a tentative agreement, which will provide performers with a new bonus structure in the form of additional payment. The bonuses are based on sessions work, starting with a $75 for the first session and accumulate into $2,100 after 10 sessions. The bonus must be paid on or before the game is released. This appears to be a different arrangement to the revenue-based payments some developers agreed back in May. SAG Chief Contractor Officer Ray Rodriguez says the new terms are beneficial to voice actors due to increased transparency in contracts. He explains the companies will now need to disclose more information about projects such as code names, genres, any sexual or violent content is featured. So this, to me, I didn't follow this hard, but I followed it enough. This, to me, seems like a step in the right direction. Right. Doesn't seem like they got everything they wanted.
No.
Which is obvious, but let's hope that it's still what they wanted enough. It must be because they're coming out of strike. So
yeah. I this is good for them because like when they say like the code names, the genres, if sexual, whatever, or violence, whatnot, code names. That's great because you could be like, this game is like, for example, Grand Theft Auto 4. With the guy that was voicing
Nico,
he didn't even know what the game was.
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
I think he got paid like next to nothing for that as well.
He did. So with that, this helps those type of voice actors, those type of people who are trying to break it into the industry and kind of have a feeling of what they're actually doing. Which I know sounds weird, but there has to be something in the background that I'm not seeing. But yeah, no, this is pretty rad. I'm all for it. What I'm super for is also for this to be the stepping stone for independent developers, like the developers who are working on these games, who maybe also make some type of revenue off the game after it's completed.
So. We will have to see. So keep it locked. Koei Tecmo's Attack on Titan 2 has a release date. Koei Tecmo's Attack on Titan will have a Western release on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PC, Steam, and Xbox. The company announced at Tokyo Game Show 2017. The title serves as a sequel to 2016's Attack on Titan game known as Attack on Titan Wings of the Freedom in Europe, and is not to be confused with the Spike Chunsoft's 3DS game Attack on Titan 2 Future whatever. We don't care about 3DS.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know any of what you just said.
Cool, don't worry. Attack on Titan 2 is a popular an anime that people watch, and maybe they'll be excited for the game.
That's the only anime that looks pretty rad because of like the jetpack things and the sword. I saw that.
Fair enough.
Jump, and it's like a super jump.
Next piece of news. Forza 7 Fate of the Furious DLC revealed. The DLC features 10 vehicles inspired by the most recent Fast and Furious film, which will be free to those who purchase the Forza 7 Ultimate or Deluxe editions, according to Xbox Wire. The pack will also be available as a standalone download for $10. Get a closer look at each of the new cars in this slideshow below. You cannot see a slideshow below, but you should go to Xbox Wire and check that out. I've got nothing to add on that, unfortunately.
Other than it's the greatest movie franchise of all time, yes. 100%.
Sure. Okay. Square Enix.
Fast and Furious?
I've seen all of them, but no, I wouldn't say it's the greatest. What?
They're amazing.
They are amazing, but I wouldn't say you just literally said that it's better than everything.
Yeah, better than anything. The Godfather, better than The Godfather. Citizen Kane, who cares about that movie? It's all about family, and that's what Fast and the Furious gets.
Okay. Square Enix to further invest in games as service games. And I'm sure you're all listening going, duh, because why wouldn't they? Expect to see more multiplayer-minded games from Square Enix as the company plans to further embrace the concept of games as a service. In a message to its shareholders as part of Square Enix 2017 annual report via Twitter user Nibel, President and Representative Director Yosuke Matsuda.
Yosuke Matsuda.
Apologize. Thank you for helping me. Discussed the increasing importance of multiplayer games and experiences designed with long-term engagement in mind. And I quote, "Gone are the days in which single-player games were primary status and multiplayer games were secondary. Lately, multiplayer games have taken the lead, and it is a standard for games to be designed for long-term play," explained Matsuda.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock. Obviously, this is going to be what happens. Every single gaming fucking company in the world will be doing this.
It's just like with Call of Duty. When Call of Duty came out, everybody wants to have their Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's again, I say no shit, Sherlock, but obviously, smart people are behind this, and this is where games are right now. So it's a trend. Will it pass? Who knows? We'll see.
That's true.
Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm sure you all just peed in your pants. Announcement coming next week. Rockstar has announced it will release. How can Rockstar... This is what I love about Rockstar. They're so fucking ballsy. Rockstar have announced that they will make an announcement.
Yeah.
Next week, Red Dead Redemption 2 will be next Thursday, September 28th at 8 p.m. PT, 11 a.m. GT, 4 p.m. UK, or 1 a.m. AST on September 29th for the AST people. The developer made the typically cryptic announcement on Twitter using the Red Dead color scheme and font. And I'm pretty sure I was at EGX and put no shit. Or something. What did I actually put? I think I put I'm washing my hair that day, sorry. But more Red Dead news coming. I would assume a trailer, but we shall talk about that a little bit more in depth later, Joe.
I can't wait.
Fast and the Furious game from developers of Project Cars sounds intimate. After dropping in on a Project Cars 2 stream on the eve of the game's release, Slightly Man Studios CEO Ian Bell has hinted at what's next for the specialist driving game developer, and it sounds like something considerably different to its simulation-focused Project Cars. Bell joined Australian YouTuber Spot the Aussie via Eurogamer for an extremely lengthy chat about Project Cars 2, but also touched on what else the studio is up to. Quote, guess what the latest Need for Speed is doing and have a think about which Hollywood film they're copying, hinted Bell during the conversation. And then I can tell you that we have signed a 6-year deal with a major Hollywood company to make games that will beat what Need for Speed is currently doing for the next 6 years. Bell stressed he couldn't discuss exactly what it is. Quote, we're probably 2-3 weeks away from being able to mention it, he said, but maintained it's going to be absolutely awesome.
That quote to me is funny because I picture it in a Rick Sanchez voice, because like it's so like kind of like all over the place, but it has that one message to it that if you just put some Mortys in there, it would have made totally a lot of sense. So
I hear what you're saying. Happy birthday, Halo 3. Yesterday, September 25th, 2017, marks the 10th anniversary of release of Halo 3 and Master Chief's critical mission to finish the fight. To celebrate commemorable the occasion, we have got a brand new playlist for Halo 5, a special 343 stream Halo 3 on Xbox One backwards compat, and a trip down memory lane with members of the team and our community. Grab yourself a Mountain Dew, game fuel, and get comfortable. It's time for the fully glazing beam of nostalgia. So, for those who are interested, Halo 5 will have a Halo 3 brand new playlist for you all to play to celebrate Halo's birthday.
Dude, Halo 3 marks the best marketing for a video game ever.
You know the thing we're working on?
Yeah.
I think we should maybe do something with Halo.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. That's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Yeah.
Next piece of news. Xbox One X Killer Instinct delivers the first 4K console fighting game. Cast your mind, and this is an awesome article from Eurogamer, by the way, and this is the last piece of news. Cast your mind back to Xbox One's launch in 2013, and a few big games stand out, with Killer Instinct one of them, as Microsoft's flagship fighting game in offering a long overdue revival of Rare's classic franchise, enhanced with the latest 3D console technology, every impact focused on and exposed of the alpha, blah, 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 blah. And obviously upgrade, okay, the part I want to get to was, but the downside, Killer Instinct at launch ran at 720p on the Xbox One. Of course, the game was later patched to run at 900p, but even earlier on it highlighted a limit to the original Xbox One handling or higher resolutions at the point of reinforced by the other 720p games at launch, like Battlefield 4. For those wanting to see Killer Instinct at its best image quality possible, you had to wait for PC. Unlocking resolutions up to 4K, that is until the Xbox One X patch that lands with the new hardware launch on November 7th. And you get the gist of it. The game is going to be beastly, and it is the first ever fighting game to run at 4K.
Take that, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Cool.
Dude, I'm hearing nothing but horrible things about that game.
I'm hearing nothing but good things. I'm only hearing it from one person, but
I'm hearing it from. I heard it from 4 people.
So I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you a quick aside about Marvel vs. Capcom. I ordered Marvel vs. Capcom to come because we were doing the Marvel vs. Capcom tournament that nobody emailed in and actually spoke about. So if you're not interested, let me know before I buy this game. Seriously, if nobody's interested, we don't have to do it. So boom.
I mean, Proper BO challenged me.
I know.
And where is he? Like that's my question.
That's my question.
BO couldn't even put his money where his mouth is.
Tell me about it.
He's too busy raising kids. Come on.
The important thing here was I ordered it on Amazon, and Amazon said it wasn't going to come until October 12th.
What?
So I was like, all right, don't worry about it. I'll get it when I come back from EGX. It's all good.
Yeah, that's weird.
So yeah, there's that. Let's get into Fix This Sack.
Okay.
And we've got one email this week. Remember, everyone, we now record the podcast on Tuesday, so email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com if you've got any more questions about EGX, if you've got any more questions about the Xbox One X, if you've got any questions about me, Joe, or anything else, if you want to just send in congratulations maybe on the episode 100, we'd love to hear from you, your favorite episode, your favorite quote, anything like that. And let's just, I want to hint it, I don't want to tell you. Let's just say, if you email in, you're going to get something special. So email in and you will get something. This is the question. Hi, everyone. My question is for Red Dead Redemption 2 announcement on Thursday. Does anybody have any thoughts on the gameplay, i.e. the protagonist or multiplayer, like GTA 5? And will it be shown on Thursday? Hoping for an early Q1 release in 2018 from your friend Xbox Stu. Thank you, Xbox Stu, for the email. Appreciate it, buddy. I think you're just going to get another trailer. I don't think you're going to get a release date. I don't think you're going to get gameplay again. You're going to get in-engine something, but nothing amazing just yet. I don't think.
So first, from what everything's been hinted at so far, like with the silhouettes, it looks like a prequel. You see with everybody standing there that's your old gang, Bill's gang, and in the middle is John Marston.
Yeah, that's what it seems.
Somewhere in there. I hope it's not that. I'll be honest with you guys. I really do hope it's something pushing the envelope a little bit, like exploring what happens afterwards, because what happens afterwards in Red Dead is super interesting, because that's when the West is dying and it's becoming more and more industrialized. So I would love to see the mix of Western meets this industrial age collide.
That'd be interesting. That'd actually be really interesting.
And I hope it's not what I hope there's no multi-protagonist thing. Because as much as I like GTA 5, I didn't love the story. Like, I loved Trevor. I loved Michael. I liked what's his face? Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like if I could just connect to one character, that would be great. Because for me, the problem with GTA 5 was I never felt truly connected with either one of these characters because I was always switching on and off. So for me, I would just like to have my one character I get to play as. But with that said, I do think we're gonna see something. We're gonna get a trailer, and it's gonna show us way more and get us super excited. And that's the only trailer we're gonna see until like a month before release.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think they're doing E3.
I truly think this is coming out around the time the first Red Dead came out.
Before, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's coming out before E3. I think it's coming out late April, early May. Because that gives everybody else time to release their games in February and March. Because I feel like a lot of, like we saw in the beginning of this year, when Red Dead said we're coming out fall, everybody was super reserved about putting games out this holiday season. Because they know the power of Rockstar. They know the power of this game. This game's going to fucking sell big time.
Yeah, but not GTA big time.
I think so.
Nope.
I mean, not
not even close.
I think it's going to be really big.
What are we talking?
This is
1 billion in 2 days. GTA did 1 billion.
What's that?
GTA did 1 billion in 2 days.
I'll say this. So when Bethesda released Skyrim, right? It was their most popular game they've ever like released or whatnot. And because of that hype, when Fallout 4 came out, people are like, oh shit, the guys that made Skyrim, let me hop on this game. And so within like a year of that game's launch, though I thought it was not that great, to be honest. Within a year of that game's launch, it already outsold Skyrim. And though I think Skyrim's a better product. So I think, you know, this could do really well. Is it going to sell as well as GTA 5? No, but I think when we think of Rockstar, we're going to think of GTA, Red Dead. They're going to be their two flagship products.
So I don't disagree, but what are you saying? How many units are you talking?
This thing's going to break up. I think it's easy for them to break $1 billion day one or week one.
Day one?
Fuck yeah, dude. If
GTA did $1 billion in 2 days. You think Red Dead can do it?
You got to think about it. There's more gamers now than there were back when GTA 5 came out, and you have a bigger audience now following Rockstar and what they make because of GTA.
You're nuts.
All right. But guys, when I'm right, you write into
100%. My Xbox and Me podcast at gmail.com. You're nuts.
But of course, I'm super like I'll let it super be known. I'm super a fanboy to this. This is look at how passionate my hands. This is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for this trailer.
Cool.
I'm gonna see a buffalo and I'm gonna just freak out. I love cowboys and Indians and that type of jazz.
Let's plug and get ourselves out of it, Joe. What have you got for us this week?
Oh, man, and you can find me at Bad Bit Games. I talk about games. I talked about the PUBG versus Fortnite debacle. I'm going to be talking about the DLC like I promised last week. Oh, my God. I actually had to make a script for it. I'm on page 7 and nowhere to be done. So that's going to be a long video. And, yeah, we're going to also talk about if Fortnite could, or not Fortnite, sorry, if PUBG could actually be Game of the Year or not.
Cool. You can follow me on Twitter at MC Fixer. You can add me on Xbox, XoB Fixer. Again, you get this show on Patreon. I forgot to say at the top of the show, but patreon.com/MC Fixer. That is literally what keeps the lights on. That's literally how I live. I'm a full-time content creator, and that is all I do. That was something I learned while at EGX. People didn't know that I do this full-time now. So I think people are always hesitant to support you when they know you've got another income.
Yeah.
But when you don't, they're more like, oh, you're trying to do this, like you're actually trying to do this. I'm like, yeah, I like stream 8 hours a day. I make content 1 day a week. I've got some other stuff in the pipeline coming. And like, all right, I'll think about it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I appreciate it. Anyone who's even thinking about supporting, maybe make that dive and do it. I'd appreciate it, but we'll see. Until next week, Joe, I will love you, leave you, and I will see you all later.
Goodbye.